What's up, everybody? It is a Thursday edition of the Ysn Power Hour brought to you by Toyota of Warren. DJ Yoakley here, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Just an update, real quick update for those of you that are wondering. Yesterday, we were having a great show, and all of a sudden, boom, lightning strikes. The internet goes down, and we're out, or we couldn't get back on. So, if the internet happens to go out or the show dies immediately, I'm just letting you know we're playing under house rules right now. We're doing the best we can with the internet. We have hotspots going on right now. We're still under construction a little bit as we get things going here at Athletics in Columbiana. Cannot be more excited about being around these people that we're around each and every day for all day, every day. It's awesome. But the technology component is coming along. So it's almost a little bit of like Back to the Future, a little bit where we have this unbelievable spot in here. I can actually show you a little bit. Check, see, got this brick, got the front door there. I'm making you sick, I'm sure. But we have a great opportunity here with these people, the great folks at Athletics. But our internet, for some reason, our provider, our service has been absolute hot garbage, and it's sporadic, so you just never know when it's gonna go down. So I appreciate your patience. I guess that's what I'm trying to get to. Today on the show, we are supposed to have a guest that was going to come in, but I got a text message right before, and we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna have either Kyle Bing, who's the athletic director of the Lisbon Blue Devils, or the assistant director, athletic director, Billy Stanton, join us and talk about their military appreciation night that is tomorrow night. We're going to talk about kind of the things going on and draw some attention to that for them. Stir that up, because anytime there's first responders, military appreciation, we want to make sure that we're shining a light clear as day right on that game, because it's important for us, given the basis of our company, given the basis of our country, and without getting political. We owe first responders, we owe our military each and every day, and everything we do needs to be giving back to them. So if there's a way that we can shine a light on all of that and be able to touch base and let people know about it and let people act accordingly and respectfully, then we're absolutely going to do that. So hopefully we can get them at some point before the show is over. But today we're going to talk a little bit more about the games that we have tonight. We've got a slew of games on a Thursday night that we get to talk about, and we naturally, your good old buddies, I'm trying to bring it up, so I apologize for kind of being split here, but here, I'm gonna have to go all the way back out and all the way back in. Welcome to technology, folks. All right, so I know for a fact that Sam is going to be out in Pepper Pike at the Orange game, which I'm really excited for, because Orange has 2 wins on the season, which is 2 more than they had all of last season, and they are excited about it. They are amped up and geared up and ready to go, and tonight could be win number 3, and Sam's all over it for us as they take on Madison. There's my cheat sheet. There we go. Now we're on target here. Yeah. So Orange takes on Madison. Sam has that one. The game starts at 7:00, absolutely free right here on YSN. We have WOW TV covering the Hawken at Conneaut game for us. That game's at 7:00 as well. And then we also have Chagrin Falls at Edgewood, and Big Mike and Larry Jennings going to be out there for that one. So 3 games on the network tonight from the standpoint of football. We have a few volleyball games to speak of. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 boys soccer games. So we got kind of everything on the network tonight, spreading our wings a little bit and learning how to fly. So I like it. Being able to utilize that is well, it's bigger than you'd ever anticipate, right? So now, instead of just one sport, one school, whatever it may be, we're kicking out school after school and sport after sport. And oh my goodness, wait, I think he's sideways. We're going to check this out. There we go, ladies. Now you're sideways again.
I'm new with this technology. Here we go.
There is Kyle Bing, the athletic director for the Lisbon Blue Devils, joins us, and you saved me, man, because I was talking about what was going on tonight.
I appreciate. I had the meeting run a little bit over. I appreciate you waiting on me there, DJ. I knew if anyone could fill time, it'd be you.
Of course, you're just telling me I'm full of hot air. I think that's something everybody knows. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us. I know you guys have a very special night that's lined up tomorrow night. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is and why it's so important to you in Lisbon David Anderson High School?
Yeah, absolutely. This is our first year doing it. It's a military / first responders night. Our assistant athletic director, Bill Stanton, came to me and said, "Hey, we've never done this before. What are your thoughts on it?" I gave him the green light, and he was on it. He was making contact with every local law enforcement agency, every military branch base that we had near us, and contacting everyone. We have a nice lineup coming tomorrow. We're going to do a meet and greet starting at 5 o'clock. We got a section blocked off. Everyone's bringing armored vehicles down. I think we got a tank coming in. And he's even, secured funds to we got a skydiver coming in, bringing in the game ball. So really, really excited. We have these special jerseys here given to us by the National Guard. Here are the jerseys for the kids for tomorrow night. So all the bells and whistles here at Lisbon. And why it's so important to us and to myself, it's simple. I mean, you look at the men and women who are first responders, our veterans. There's not a more important group in this country. So to be able to recognize them, albeit small, it's a small thing we can do here, small token of appreciation. But my gosh, the sacrifices these people make and the jobs they do on a daily basis, is the utmost importance in our community, locally and all the way through to the national government.
Well, I'm glad we have a chance to let people know that there's going to be tanks flowing through Lisbon, because I'll be willing to bet there's a lot of people that are going to be scratching their heads wondering what's going on tomorrow night with all the armored vehicles and OSP in the area. Thank you, first and foremost, for doing this, Kyle, and obviously Billy as well, to be able to put all this together. This is something special that the kids are going to remember. I mean, down to the jerseys. We've seen those all over the place, but you guys are taking it the extra mile and for the right reasons. When you think about first responders, obviously very important, but to base everything around a football game and where it is such a community event, especially in Lisbon, why do you think it's both nice and very important to kind of shine a light on and bring that community together around first responders and military appreciation?
Yeah, to do it at a football game, minus, we have the county fair here. We have the Appleseed coming this weekend. But if you take those two things away, here in Lisbon, a football game is probably we're going to get the biggest crowd of people. And the biggest mixture, the melting pot of people from around the area. So that's the number one place to showcase something like this. But, if you look at our local law enforcement, being the county seat in Lisbon, we have we have both courthouses here. We have the sheriff's office, less than 10 minutes away. We have the highway patrol. So we see on a daily basis the work they put in. Anytime there's a fire, anything going through, a lot of these fire trucks are coming through Lisbon to help out one another. We've seen it firsthand. You guys saw it over in East Palestine. The number of responders that are able to come in this community. When I say community, I mean Columbiana County in general, and always on a larger scale too. But you look at Columbiana County, the community is mixed. So all the responders that come, it's not just the Lisbon crew coming to Lisbon. It's everyone in the county going to whoever needs help. So, like I said, to be able to show any sort of appreciation is important to us. To hold the meet and greet, get the young kids to come. I have a son, my son Kellen. He's 8 years old. He's going to be out of his mind seeing all these people in uniform and the tanks and the cars and watching the sirens and everything. It gives the opportunity for the young kids to come see the people who are our first responders, put a face to them, a uniform, to that concept and idea. And it also gives a platform for myself and some older generations to be able to come and say thank you, because a lot of people in our communities have been touched by these first responders with some sort of, whether it's a tragedy or an incident that has touched our lives personally, these are the first people that we see, and the ones that help us out in time of need. So to be able to say thank you, shake their hand, look them in the eye, and give them that personal touch is something we wish we can do every day. But it's just one game, one time that we can do that. So we're looking forward to showcasing that.
You're talking about a group of people who do not blink in the face of adversity. And I can tell you, as you probably, I know, because you're out there every day, the Lisbon Blue Devils are not blinking in the face of adversity. It's been a couple of tough years for the Big Blue. And I'll tell you what, this year, guys out there surprising people, putting your names back on the map, led by Trevor Sifke under center. And you look at how this team has grown from year to year. You've been able to see it under the microscope, man. How much has this team impressed you this year, Kyle?
Oh, every week they're getting better, and that's the one thing you want to see in a football team. I know, in the coaching circles, they always say you get better from week 1 to week 2, and we were able to do that. From week 1 to week 2, we saw a big improvement. We faced some adversity week 2. I think we had 3 goal line stands that game. And we were able to come out with a win. And then week 3 played a Waterloo team who was physical with us, and we just had a couple breaks that didn't go our way. And then coming back the next week with East Palestine, and we were able to take care of business there. So sitting at 3-1 through those first 4 games is fantastic. You talked about Trevor. Trevor's our leader. He's the heart and soul out there, and we need a tough run. We need something. He's not afraid to put that team on his back, as they say. And go out and grind it out and get the tough play, both offensively and defensively. He's a kid who's been able to do that. He's a 3-year starter for us. He's a 4-year starter will be this basketball season. He's got ice in his veins, and he's not afraid of the big moment. He's been in a lot of big moments, and he can do that. Our offensive line is very young, led by Hunter Daly. So he's making the calls out there and taking care of what he needs to. And being a great leader for us on that offensive line up front. We have Ashton Hinchcliffe, who scored 5 touchdowns in his first ever varsity start against Wyndham. And I think he had 4 in the first half. And he's a kid who is the true testament to the work you put in the weight room in the off season. He's seeing those gains. There's no one that's worked harder than him, in the weight room. And seeing those gains pay off has been fantastic. We have a couple newcomers, that have played defense for us. Alex Scheffler's done a great job. You look at Logan Stauffer, he's always a home run threat out there. So we have some weapons, some keys. These next 3 weeks with Columbiana and United and Valley Christian are going to be vital to our season. So, we'll see where we are in 3 weeks. But it's one game at a time. We got the Clippers coming, always a great game. Bob Spade has been around for as long as I can remember. I remember playing against him back in the 90s, and I don't know how many losing seasons he's had. So his teams are always prepared. They're extremely well coached. And we'll see that tomorrow night against Columbiana. So Coach Aldermore does a great job with our kids. Our kids will be just as prepared, and we'll see if we can get one against the Clippers tomorrow.
It's ironic that Coach Spate and the Clippers get to come in for that whole military appreciation. I feel like every week is military appreciation night for Spate somehow. Like he always rings it in. I know they're doing something special with Valley Christian as well later on this season. So very cool. All right, just a question as an AD. If you could take the coach's hat off for just a second. We've seen this in especially smaller schools, is getting more kids out in middle school to play sports because it funnels right into high school. And obviously with so many different things that are pulling away at kids' attention span, whether it be video games or extracurricular activities, or just not wanting to do anything, or just not involving themselves, how important is it to get that middle school numbers up and elementary kids participating just in athletics and general sports, whether it be sandlot ball or flag football and things of that nature, and being able to use that as a filtration system all the way to the high school and varsity levels?
Oh, it's paramount. It's extremely important. You hit the nail on the head and you say that the feeder program. So you look down to our little Blue Devils programs, and the numbers there are good. We have good people in charge that are doing a great job with the little Blue Devils. So we're seeing a nice product coming up into middle school. Coach Aldermore does a fantastic job of sending our kids down. And our older kids love being there with the little kids. So, I know they were at some practices the last few years, and, building that relationships with them. We had our meet the team, and, we actually had to hold up the event to get started because, we started to see our little Blue Devils coming through, and the entire little Blue Devil program, all 3 teams, the cheerleaders and everything, were there at our meet the team cheering on, our athletes and our band. So we have that continuity with the program, so that's great. And we're seeing that with our numbers. Our girls middle school volleyball team, I believe 7th and 8th grade both individually have about a dozen kids on the team, so 24 young girls in that program. Our numbers are up pretty good for junior high football. We've been able to play a 5th quarter with East Palestine last year. We're actually going to play a game and a half tonight with Columbiana. This is my 8th year as athletic director. We've never been able to do that number-wise, and that's testament to our youth programs, Coach Wise, Coach Myers in our middle school programs, and the emphasis that Coach Altamore and his staff puts on building those connections. So yeah, it's great. And then, we have to be able to keep that jump. One thing we're seeing is, when you talked about kids getting pulled in different directions, and we're seeing that mostly between that 8th and 9th grade year. Whether it's the kids being intimidated to come out and playing with the high school kids, or just having some other interests and whatnot. That's where we're seeing some kids that we're losing. But we're doing what we can to kind of bridge that gap, and then keep our numbers up, and which they've been rising the last couple of years.
All right, last thing. Just before you go, for people that want to come out, support Military Appreciation Night, support the Blue Devils, the Clippers, the EOAC, just football in general in America, can they come up and get tickets? Do they have to buy online? How does it work with you guys? No,
we don't do online tickets here in Lisbon. I like the old way of doing it. So yeah, we kick everything off at 5:00. So 5 to 6:15. We have a meet and greet right in the parking lot, right outside the main ticket booth there. So you can come, even if you're not coming to game, if you want to say hi to some of the service members and see what we have going on. Feel free to swing by starting at 5:00. We have the color guard coming. So if you do come in, tickets are $7 for adults, $5 for kids. Come on in the game. We have some festivities going on inside the gate as well. So yeah, you can buy tickets up to game time all the way through the first half. Come on in. You'll be see a heck of a game and see us honor our service members and first responders.
Kyle, thank you so much for everything you do, not just this week, but each and every day. You're a huge help to us here at YSN, and we can't thank you enough. Thanks for stopping by the show.
Yeah, thank you, DJ. The feeling's mutual. Thank you, YSN, for everything you guys do with the coverage of these kids. I remember talking to you when you were first starting. You guys have blown up, and just the spotlight you put on these kids is fantastic. And I know as an athletic department, we appreciate YSN. So thank you, DJ.
You got it, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Good luck.
All right. Yep. Take care.
You got it. Kyle Bing, the athletic director of the Lisbon Blue Devils, stopping by the show here to talk about Military Appreciation Night. You heard it, $7 for adults, $5 for kids. Tomorrow night, get out there. Listen, if you do nothing else and you're in the Lisbon area tomorrow, you need to go out there, shake hands with the first responders that are more than just Lisbon, even though that's enough. Billy Stanton, Wild Bill, as I like to call him, meatballs in the crock pot. My guy is he's out there. He's making a difference each and every day, just like Kyle is, and a lot of these, if not all of these athletic directors are doing. This isn't a ploy just to get you to come to the game. This is a mutual respect that they have for military first responders, and they want them to be honored as they should be every time that we stand up and salute that flag and we listen to the national anthem. So if you're in town tomorrow, even if you're not, you got nothing to do and you want to see a great show, Lisbon Columbiana is going to be a heck of a game tomorrow night. A lot of good games tomorrow night. We're going to go over them in just a minute. We return on the Ysn Power Hour presented by our friends at Toyota of Warren.
It's back! Shop Sheely's July 29th through August 5th for our Ashley Furniture event. 1 week only.
As Comco celebrated 70 years in 2022, we have much to be thankful for. We are proud of the Comco culture as we serve our customers with Comco Care with our premier customer service, quality parts, and on-time delivery. The partnerships we have with our customers and our community are second to none. We thank you for your continued support. We are proud to be part of this community and will continue to offer great jobs for great people.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at myersfamilyins.com or find us on Facebook.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Ysn Power Hour presented by Toyota of Warren. DJ Yoakley with you. And thanks to all the folks over there at Toyota of Warren, Tino, Merlot, and the whole crew heading there on Wednesday. So you might be able to check us out on Wednesday. Might have a show out there just on remote, on location. They do so much for us. I'll tell you what, being able to drive around that Toyota Tundra, the 2023 YSN Toyota Tundra. I've been driving it all around lately. I'll tell you what, I've been all over God's green earth, doing this, that, and the other, and it has been just a smooth ride. So if you're in the market for a new truck, I really can't just tell you enough about this Tundra. The screen in the middle is bigger than an iPad. You've got awesome surround sound, speakers, navigation. You have everything that you could ever need at your fingertips, and the ride is sweet as well. Make sure that you check them out, Toyota of Warren, and tell them YSN sent you. Thanks again to Tino and everybody out there. All right, it's time to talk about the games for tomorrow. Just to get a brief overrun. We talked to you about the games that are happening tonight. Again, Chagrin Falls at Edgewood, Hawken at Conneaut, Orange at Madison. Those are all three starting at 7 o'clock, and then we're running deep tomorrow, folks. We are running real heavy tomorrow. So it starts with Archbishop Hoban at St. Ignatius. Alec Caberna is going to have that call for us. These are all at 7 o'clock as well, just in case you're wondering. McDonald at Jackson Milton. That's going to be a dogfight. Bob Zanny has that one. Champion at Garrettsville Garfield. We will have that action for you as well. The school has us covered. Beaver Local at Union Local. Chris Sigler will be down there covering the Beavers, coming off that big win over East Liverpool. And then we have Niles at Lakeview, the Battle of the NE8. CJ Bako is going to be with us covering that matchup, which it's critical. Lakeview coming off tough loss to South Range. Niles trying to really put their foot down and land the NE8 and be one of the front runners here. And this is a pivotal game in the Northeast 8 Conference. Southern Local at United. You got Derek Rhodes will be down there for us. I talked about it tonight on Channel 21 WFMJ. If you're tuning in to the Burnett Pools and Spas report, I'm telling you, this game has a lot of potential to be a barn burner down the stretch. But if it is, keep your eyes on Luke Courtney. Not that you're going to be able to look away, but Luke Courtney, my guy, can score with his legs. He can score with his arm, and he can put it through the uprights as well. And if it comes down to special teams, advantage United. So Derek Rhodes is going to have a incredible ticket to that game, and you can watch it as well right here on ysnlive.com. LaBrea and Newton Falls doing battle. DJ Yoakley and Chris Colucci are on this. I will not be on this, as a matter of fact, because we have to do the show tomorrow. So we'll have to talk about that one. Because, well, you just saw that live. I had no idea I was doing this game. So we're going to have to figure that one out. So we'll have this game no matter what. But LaBrea and Newton Falls will be covered. We'll make sure that Chris Colucci is out there, and I'll try to get out there if I can. Louisville at Western Reserve, huge game in the MVAC. And Eric Hughes has this one dialed up for us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Leetonia and Wellsville. This is going to be a good game. Gary Altizer and Jason have you covered on this one right down in the jungle. So make sure you're tuning in for that in the EOAC. Poland and Hubbard, they're doing battle. Zach Svensson and Jamie Thompson will have the call from the Eagles Nest as Poland looks to stay dominant in the NE8 and stay atop the standings with a perfect record going into tomorrow's action. Johnny O and Gary Niddle will have Cheney at Canfield. Talked to Coach Pav and a couple of the guys last night. They said that this could be the most physical matchup that the Cardinals will face all season long. Cheney, they're big, they're physical, they're athletic, and it's going to be an absolute fight tomorrow. So make sure that you're tuning in for that one. Again, Gary and Johnny have you covered at 7 p.m. from Bob Dove Field. Then you've got Pymatuning Valley taking on Girard. A little midseason shakeup for Girard. That's that missing Jefferson game that they had to fill. So they get Pymatuning Valley. We got Matt Marr and Jordan Barber. We'll have the call for that one live from Arrowhead Stadium. Excited for that. And again, I told you before the season started, the NE8 is going to be any team that is in the NE8 is worth watching at some point during the season, at some point during the night, because you just never know what you're going to get from night to night. And I think tomorrow for Girard is going to be another one of those nights that it could be a lot of offensive explosion going through. Padua Franciscan taking on Salem. Matt Mowry and Jared Niederheiser have that live from SIBO Stadium. That also begins, pardon me, at 7 p.m. Howland at West Branch. Michael Janaki, the GOAT, comes back and will have that call for us. Then you've got Howland. Oh, no, that is Howland, West Branch. Then you have Waterloo and Mineral Ridge doing battle. You've got Nate DeCross and Quinn Pushkar will be out there at Ridge watching. I mean, to me, one of the nicest fields in the entire area. The way that the sun sets on that field, it really makes for some incredible stuff and incredible watching. So check out Waterloo and Mineral Ridge tomorrow night, where Nate and Quinn are going to be covering that one. We've got Springfield at Matthews. So Noah Doty, CJ Schroed's going to cover this one for us. We're good to go from Matthews. We appreciate you and all the athletic director and the administration letting us come to this one. Grateful, so grateful to be able to come to road games as well that are not YSN affiliates yet. So thank you so much. Brookfield and Liberty will be doing battle. Noah Ricks will have the call flying solo once again here on YSN. Columbiana at Lisbon, Rick Daly, he's got it for us. You heard it a little bit earlier that it's going to be Military Appreciation Night, First Responder Appreciation Night. Rick's going to have you covered. I'm sure he'll have a lot to say about that. And the Lisbon Blue Devils having a really good year, but you never count out the Clippers when they're in town either. So make sure you tune into that one. You've got Lutheran West taking on Jefferson, and we have Sam Torres and Ray. I think he spelled that wrong. We're just going to go with Ray. Have that game for us tomorrow as well. Jefferson still looking to take flight on the year. I know Sam's still big on Jefferson and what they can do the second half of the season, but they got to start because really week 5, it could be that telltale of are they in the playoffs? Do they have a good seeding? And can they make an impact like they did last year? Next game, we have St. Thomas Aquinas taking on Wyndham. We have that game covered for you tomorrow as well, 7 p.m. West Geauga at Lakeside. You've got Sean and Mike taking care of that one for us up at Lakeside. South Range at Struthers, Steve Hodge and the Juice, Tommy Otto. I got too excited for that one. Tommy Otto having the call for us tomorrow in another NE8 matchup. Valley Christian at East Palestine. The Figley boys all over that one in a matchup that East Palestine needs. And I think Valley Christian trying to really stamp their foot in the ground and say, this is still our conference. East Palestine could have a huge opportunity on their hands tomorrow if they can find a way to beat the Eagles. So tune in for that one. The Figley boys all over it for us, as always, for the Bulldogs. Warren G. Harding at Ursuline. It doesn't get much better than this. And Tim Corso, Julian Johnson have the coverage for us. It is the only game in town, folks. We have exclusive rights to this game, and you need to tune into this game at some point. Tune in early, tune in often. Use the flip channel thing. We don't want to call it a remote, apparently. Use the channel changer on the side of your playlist, and really just bookmark that game because you're going to be going back to it time and time again. Camel Memorial at Crestview. I think this is going to be another great game. You've got Tony Perazio that is going to be once again Han Solo on this one. He's a trooper, man. This young man in his first year, he did a little bit of baseball towards the end, but jumped in head first and is doing these games flying solo. Tony Perazio, so far the MVP in my world for doing these games as an intern all by his lonesome. We've got Stowe and Fitch. Ty Bartell has this game for us tomorrow night. Tonight, you can tune in around 7 p.m. We'll have the stories up for the Austin Town Fitch Falcon show. TJ Parker, and we'll have a couple of the players as well join us here tonight. Not a live show anymore because the internet doesn't work real great out there. So if you were wondering why, that's pretty much it. Internet, man. The internet. Wycliffe and Grand Valley, you've got Tyler and the GV students taking care of this one for us, as they always do. So a lot to look forward to tomorrow, guys and gals. I mean, it's football season. It's been football season for like 5 weeks now. That we're in week 5, and we just keep on trucking. I mean, we've got 3 games tonight for the football side of things, and we've got over 20 games tomorrow. We got you covered from pillar to post, and it doesn't. Again, to me, I know to Sam, it doesn't get any better than that, than what we're doing. But to me, it's just another feather in the cap every week, getting better and better and better. People get more comfortable, and more people enjoying the coverage that we have. So over 400,000 people in the last week on the website, taking it to new heights. So keep doing it. We appreciate it. Certainly more than you'll ever know. All right, it is time for the Joe Dickey Electric What's Your Spark, presented by Joe Dickey Electric. Anything commercial, residential, industrial, anything that goes zap, we need you to get hooked up with our friends over at Dickey Electric. Visit them today at DickeyElectric.com. All right, here's your spark. For me, it all boils down to kindness, right? You want to be kind. You want to be able to listen to people from different cultures and backgrounds and just be kind for them, because you can't walk in everybody's shoes. You can't be where in a mindset that you can appease everybody. But you can always be kind. You can at least try and be kind. And if they don't take it the right way, then it's on their shoulders. I was hit with a dose of kindness today out of nowhere. It's not that it's been a tough week. It's been, anytime you're in football season, it's a little bit more challenging, right? For what we do. But just a nice shot in the arm of kindness today from a teacher of my sons, and I can't tell you how much it meant to me. I can't tell you, going the extra mile for. It was one of the first times I can tell you that someone else has gone the extra mile for our kid, and I think as a parent that is a game changer. Like, they always talk about how it's nice to have people be kind to you, and you are ultimately supposed to return that favor and be kind to others. But when somebody's kind to your kid, it's a whole different ballgame. And they go out and they look after them. It's a whole different ballgame. So want to say thank you to that individual, and certainly want to say thank you to the people out there just trying to be a little bit more kind each and every day, and to make other people's days a little bit brighter. So hopefully your day got a little bit brighter. Thanks to Kyle Bing for stopping by on the show today. You know what tomorrow is? It's the Super Show. It's the Super Show. So ultimately, it's going to be me and about 3 or 4 other guys talking sports, doing picks, and just having a whole bunch of fun. And we hope that you're going to take part in that with us tomorrow, 3 to 4, right here on your sports network. For everybody here at the network, thank you for all you do. Thank you for all your support. Keep on clicking And we'll see you at 7 p.m. We'll see you all over the network tonight, wherever it is. Thanks for supporting these kids, these communities, and these coaches. It means a lot to us, and it lets us really accomplish our dreams on a daily basis. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you tomorrow. YSN thanks you for watching this presentation